stream.
I didn't watch the whole thing, so no, I did not.
Oh.
But that's cool.
You didn't go watch it when you got
I
home?
was driving. I should have.
Oh, when you got home.
Yeah, I should have watched the rest of it. How far did you get in that game?
I did another couple of missions. I think I've been doing about 2 or 3 missions per stream. How many's left? I couldn't tell you. But I'm enjoying it. I really like that. That mod.
Good, good. Man, I am low on veritanium. I could use some that vert. Give me that
Going
vert.
hunting or farming. Going farming.
That's right. The vert runs. Oh, we got some people here. Hey, Casper. Hello. No Style Dutch. Hey, Xenoplays. Rob Harvey. Hello to our first few viewers. We will be starting momentarily, shortly after Aaron shares this around.
You put it so much more politely than I do.
Why? How would you say it?
I would say, well, I'm whoring us out.
Oh, I mean, I would say that way too. Maybe I'm just feeling polite today. YouTube doesn't like the word horror.
I'm sure it doesn't.
Probably not.
It's not a swear word.
Doesn't have positive connotations.
Yes, it is. It is
Or
not
does
considered
it?
polite. Well, I suppose that depends on your predilections, I guess.
Caleb, what up? Why don't you get in here, Caleb? What are you doing? Wake up.
He has been requested, but he has declined. Okay, that's...
Hunter, you have this game. If you want to pop in here, you're welcome to. Yeah, hopefully it works today.
Did he try before? Or did we try? Did we have a bad...
We streamed with him, you remember, and he was having some issues. You
I
don't
barely
remember?
remember what I had.
Okay,
I
well.
barely remember the yesterday. Okay, that's shared everywhere. I've just got to share to the groups, and then you can start and have some fun. I'm gonna have me some fun.
That's true, Caleb. Yeah, I like having my battle station in my room, so I am ready to rock whenever the need should arise.
Yes, same. That's why I prefer playing on the PC rather than the consoles in the house.
Dun, dun.
It's an appropriate group to share the stream in, but oh well.
How's that download coming, Chevy?
9 minutes left, so it says.
Yes, so we'll have a game.
Chevy, speak for me real quick.
Yo, it is me, the Chester.
Speak.
I did spike.
Okay,
I did a bit of spiking.
I think I need to boost you a little bit. 1 second. Speak again.
It is me again.
Again.
It is I. It is still I, the chef guy.
I'm gonna boost you a little bit more.
Alright, I'm booting up.
One more time?
Everywhere.
Hey, it is me.
Okay. I think that's good. I think that's good. Just testing one. You can just say testing 1, 2, 3.
Just testing to see how socially awkward I am.
Constantly
what are you
always.
talking about? We're not socially awkward.
I am. At times. Oh dear.
Oh, Casper starting off with the rage bait straight away.
I just finished reading Predator: The Last Hunt comic. That clickbait cover really pissed me off. It shows Titha versus Schaefer, but that fight never even happens in the comic. Total clickbait. Yeah, I mentioned that actually in our review.
Exactly.
I get sometimes that comic covers will just do their own thing, but I always like it when they're a bit representative of the events in the comic. And yeah, when it's like you said, it's a clickbait, like, oh, this big showdown's gonna happen, guys, and then it's just, it doesn't. It feels a little skeezy, for sure.
Adam, you might want to start. I've also got an update for Hunting Grounds that I didn't realise.
Okay, I'll try playing as Predator. I'll probably get destroyed. But let's do this.
Welcome, Sarah, as well.
I'll just do I'll just do the tutorial. How about that?
I understand the anger with the cover. I do. It just doesn't bother me because I just know it's a thing and I never take the cover seriously in the first place. You know, I think covers in general are just a bait and switch. You know, because they're done by different artists. They don't represent the quality or the style of the internal artwork. I don't expect them to have genuine representations of the narrative within it as well. So I don't care about the covers. I'm just like, oh, that's a pretty separate piece of artwork that may or may not have some relevance to the actual series.
Sizzy Bubbles says, cover image looks familiar. That's right. Sizzy Bubbles and the Xenoplays helped me with posing for that cover image. By the way, sorry, Hunter, I didn't, I spaced that you were already in the party here before I fired up this tutorial, just to reacquaint me with the Predator, because admittedly I am a little rusty on this game. I have always been mad that they have this force field here and I can't jump down there and walk around the ship, because I want to do it. I want to see that ship model. And they used to have it, whatever default Predator you had is who showed up in the tutorial, but now they just have the base Predator again, I guess.
That's kind of rubbish. Hunter, you can join us in the Discord as well, you know.
Yes, come in here.
No Star Dutch says, so does Killer of Killers have a framing device? I'm sorry, none of us were at the premiere, so we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I wish I would have been there. But alas, I will be watching it next week with everyone.
So did you say you're having a watch party?
Yeah, we're planning on setting one up, but I know a few of my friends may end up being busy, so it may be a small watch party. But we will see.
Chris, did you come and watch Prey with me when it came out? I can't remember.
No, mate, I watched it at home. On me, Todd.
Yeah, it's not
You
something
never take me anywhere nice.
Caustic Viper,
I'm sure I've taken you nice places.
Oh dear.
Chris. Yeah. Megan's just come up and looked at me.
Who are
with
you
the
taking to
eyebrow
nice
raised going,
places?
who the fuck are you talking to?
Megan never takes me nice places either.
I know.
Oh shoot. Here, I'm gonna be killed during the tutorial.
Hello.
Oh, there he is.
Yo,
Hey.
Hunter.
How do I close again? Okay, it's E. There we go. And double tap C to dismount. Okay.
Casper, that even the speech bubble
Whoa, what
on
happened
the
there?
covers is old school comic cover bullshit. Again, it was nothing new to me, so I was like, whatever. But I get why people would be pissed off about it. It's just, it don't faze me. Caustic Viper, welcome. Says, how's everybody doing today?
Good. surprisingly, this game did not have a DLC this month, and they've been doing pretty much every month this year. So I was expecting one in May. We know there is more coming for this game, but when it will be coming, that we don't know.
Is that official, by the way? Like, if they said something? I mean,
I can't
we
remember,
knew.
so if it's not, then take that as my speculation.
Okay.
But they said they were coming out with more content throughout the year, so...
I don't... Not to turn into a it's a shame already, but, you know... I'm not necessarily happy or excited about what we have had.
Well, so far it's just been... I mean, we all expected this game was dead. And after that, yeah. Because there was a long period... Yeah, but I mean, in terms of, like, not receiving any future stuff. Until Ilphonic took over publishing... Whoa, that's weird. Took over publishing duties, and the game came out on Xbox with the upgraded engine. And so far we've only had new Predator characters. But there have been some things like the Falconer drone. I think they included that with the Witch. That we knew was planned for the game years ago, but I think they really got tripped up with the lawsuit. So it's been a slow start, but from what I've heard, the game is doing well with all the excitement right now for Badlands and for Predator in general. They have seen a numbers bump, but I do hope they have more content planned, especially this summer, than just more Predators. It's about time the game sees something else. If they want to keep it going and really keep it active.
I said all along, though, didn't I? You know, maps were my concern, and that's where I'm disappointed. You know, I just want more maps, and that's what we haven't got.
But I've always liked this game. It's still fun. I saw you got a feature, Hunter, on Secret Lab. That's cool.
I did. That was pretty cool. They reached out to me, about a month ago, and they said that it might be a possible feature, but they didn't want to promise anything, so I didn't hold my breath. But here we are, so that's pretty cool. But yeah.
Nice. Well, you did build quite a setup. So
that was the photo you shared the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah, so Secret Lab is like a gaming / office chair manufacturer.
Hunter has a Secret Lab chair, okay.
Yeah.
I did. I'm really hoping that with the popularity of Predator this year, we might possibly see something from Secret Lab. I doubt it, but it'd be cool.
Did they do themed chairs?
They do. They do Star Wars. They've done, let's see, Warhammer, Cyberpunk.
Wait, before you go on. Can you actually buy a unit for the price of the chair of Warhammer?
I don't quite know. That's a good question. I think their chairs here in the U.S. range from. I didn't buy mine full price. I have to speculate. I have to say that first. But their chairs range from anywhere from like 400 to 700, depending on USD for.
About 4 Bane blades.
I'm looking at the shop right now. Yeah.
If you want a really good office chair, they ain't cheap. Like, I got my Herman Miller Embody back in 2016. So it's been almost 10 years, but it's been great for 10 years now, but it was like a $1,200 chair.
Yeah, they're great for if you have really bad back issues. Like I have a really bad back, and they've been great for me for sitting for long periods of time, and it's quite a hefty punch to the gut when it comes to the price, but if you can find one used, go for it. But I looked at Herman Miller too, because I heard their chairs are great, so good to hear that from your end.
Yeah, and they're starting to get more into gaming stuff a bit more. Like they did a collab with Logitech, I think, and they also have branded chairs. I know they did a Warzone chair. So if there was an Alien or Predator official chair, I would. That would be I get my new chair.
Didn't they do a Halo one too?
I'm sure one of them did. Yeah, and then DX Racer is probably the most accessible, I'd say, of the gaming chairs in terms of price.
I'm looking at Secret Labs now, and I didn't see any Halo ones on there.
I know one of them has done a Halo one. I'm just not sure.
I thought
which.
it was Herman Miller. I thought it was Herman Miller. They did like a whole Spartan collection when the last Halo came out, if I'm not mistaken. But maybe I'm wrong.
Sizzy Bubble says, "Oh my God, gamer chairs are kind of overpriced. Just get a good desk chair." You have a gamer chair. What are you talking about? Although to be fair, you got yours at Costco, and it was pretty affordable.
You guys start. I'm still downloading.
Okay.
I didn't pay full price, that's for sure. The only thing I paid full price for was the skin, but the chair I found for a pretty good deal out here in Phoenix is not too bad, but I refused to pay full price for those chairs.
Somebody called Hawthorne did a Halo gaming chair.
Hawthorne, that's right.
It is $1,500. It is green. It says 117 on the headrest.
And you are going to buy it.
And I'm not buying this thing. Come on, you know how much of a tight ass I am for that kind of bullshit. Anyway, we've been neglecting chat. No Style Dutch says, been thinking about the Badlands trailer and wondering how upset Hicks would be if there's something that can't be killed is a xenomorph and not the giant kaiju creature. I would be disappointed. I don't know if I'd be upset, depending on how well they were as well. Because to be fair, that's also a part of why the aliens in Concrete Jungle pissed me off, because they were frustrating to play. Caustic Viper says, I would love another single-player Predator game. I know we have Concrete Jungle, but a spiritual successor to it would be nice. Too fucking right, and I don't think any of us here, maybe apart from Chris, because I don't think he's that invested, would disagree with that request. You are more of an Alien fan than a Predator fan.
I am
correct?
more of an Alien fan, but it was fine. He was just like, oh well, just cast Chris off a cliff. It's fine.
I'm not casting you off the cliff. I'm being honest.
Oh, dear.
Am I not straightforward with us all?
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
Oh, there's no mud on the cliffs. That's no good.
Custy Viper says, wait.
Here we go.
Lawsuit during hunting grounds. Yeah, it was the big Predator rights ownership lawsuit that everything got sort of wrapped up in. When was that? 2000? No,
It was
20...
during the filming of Prey, I think. I think it was 2022. Well, no, because Prey came out in 2022. I think it was like late 2021 until...
Yeah.
I don't think it was resolved until 2022. Like, shortly before Prey's release, I think it was resolved. I don't know if I said hello to you already, Xander, so hey, welcome.
You still there, Adam?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I thought you just dropped them.
No, I don't think so.
No, I can hear you. We're good. If Casper says, if you had to guess, what do you think is the main reason Predator movies always feature stuff from Alien, like Xeno skulls, spears, whaling tiny logos, trucks, or androids, but it's never the other way
Above
around?
us.
I wouldn't say they always feature that stuff.
Sorry, I'm not finished. Now that Disney owns both franchises, doesn't it seem kind of weird that there are no Predator cameos or nods in any of the Alien movies? Well, they were both always owned by the same entity. But no, I agree with Adam. It's not always. It was Predator 2.
The Predator.
The Predator, and that's...
He's up here somewhere, yeah.
Really?
Oh,
And, well,
oh shit! I'm jumping down! Oh shit! I'm bringing him inside! He's in here with me! Box him in!
I don't want to start any
Oh,
arguments,
nice!
really.
You guys downed him.
Because I know there's a bit of a thing on the boards at the minute about it. I don't know. Realistically.
Oh, wait, I thought you downed him. Calum says one of the main reasons is just because Alien is always set in the future and has more world building, whereas Predator is mostly set in our world with a sprinkling of OWLF. Well, Predator branched outside of that a while ago with Predators being on another planet, showing other alien species. Looks like we're going to be seeing that even more so now. And it'll be in the future.
Casper says, I want the engineer chair from Prometheus. To be fair, if they did a space jockey chair, or they did a chair with like all Giga's aesthetics and biomechanics on it, I would buy that.
Yeah.
Even for 1,000?
If they do payment plans. Then I can just imagine that it doesn't exist. Caleb says, just sit in a box, saves loads of money. No Style Dutch says, I think we're going to start seeing more Predator in Alien going forward. Well, there is the rumour, isn't there? There is the rumour.
Oh no!
But well, I don't want to have that argument again. I'm not going to be honest. I mean, I am going to be honest, sorry, I'm not going to lie. That they both merged together there. Rob Harvey says, do we think all these alien references in Badlands had to kind of pass Ridley's desk? Does he even know? That's a good question, actually, and I think we'll have to ask Dan that when...
I don't think so. I mean, Ridley was complaining, wasn't he? Like, oh, I should have had Alien locked down, but I'm not in control of it. So at the end of the day, he's not, although apparently he was the reason that Star Trek versus Alien comic got canceled or whatever, so maybe before Disney bought them out. What?
I don't know how that happened, though.
That rumor that he was the one who was responsible for that. I just remember, I'm not sure the specifics, and it could have been wrong, I guess, but...
I think it was Tristan that said that, wasn't it?
Maybe, but he might have said it off the record, so maybe not.
No, it was on the board. It was on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming. He's here. Ooh. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Okay, let's try and join.
Oh, he's going. He's here. Who's he on? Who's he on?
It's on me.
Army of Cheese says, I really enjoyed last week's video. I got 2 of my questions answered, and it was great to interact with people who are involved, not just in the fandom, with the productions themselves. Surreal. Yes, we were joined by Trevor Newlin last week, weren't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a great little live stream. We'll have to do some more with him. Keep going through that campaign.
Yeah, definitely.
He was great with the chat, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he is a true gamer, can confirm.
That was something we always wanted to do more of, wasn't it? Was get people involved. Well, I mean, the intent was initially with the games. But it proved to be quite difficult, didn't it?
Yeah, a lot of them nervous about NDAs and stuff. Some of them didn't seem to care too much. Man.
I'm in the lobby, so I'm good to go whenever you guys are.
Okay, we're fighting this Predator.
But yeah, I'd like to get back to trying to do stuff like that again and organise that kind of stuff again. It's just difficult. Not enough time in the world. Casper says, I really hope to see more from Mr. Alan Dean Foster. Listening to your interview with him was fantastic. I really enjoyed his perspective. He's so articulate and passionate about his work, especially his commitment to scientific accuracy. And we've not spoke to Alan Dean Foster for a long time. That was 2017, I think, when Covenant came out. The Covenant novelization came out. It's a shame we didn't get to see him back with Romulus, or well, it's a shame full stop we didn't get a novelization with Romulus. I would have really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was because it started life out as a streaming thing.
Maybe. It seems like there's just less movie novelizations in general these days. Like, it's less of a thing than it used to be. It's like he's going after some pigs. Get the money.
You gotta get your vert. You need. Oh no, you mean money? Okay, I can see on the stream.
Yep. Oh! Oh no! Ah, he got me.
Isn't this your cheese glass?
Yeah, but he's a jumpy, tryhard, sweaty predator, so.
That's what they all are.
Oh, you.
No Star Dutch says, that bums me out imagining Ridley Scott putting a stop to the Star Trek and Alien crossover comic. I don't know if I was ever truly excited for it.
But you like Star Trek.
I do like Star Trek, but remember, it took me a long time to come across to the crossovers. I can't remember if I had already come across to them when that was a thing. I mean, I kind of miss it now. It's another piece of media, another story that we haven't got.
Oh, I'm almost at level 200. Okay, who we missing? I gotta reinvite you.
Oh, I joined you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, send me an invite now as well. Casper says, I'm hoping that one day you'll interview composers like Mark Strattenfield who worked on Prometheus. I would like to. The problem is I don't think any of us really have genuine musical knowledge, so it would be very superficial, not particularly interesting discussions.
Yeah, we just watch a bunch of interviews with composers and we get an idea for what sorts of questions are asked. I don't know.
It's a bit shallow, mate.
What? So you can't interview a musician without like a deep musical knowledge? Because we interview people all the time. Like, we don't know how to do creature effects and stuff, you know?
No, but we have a better understanding of it because of our obsession with it over the years. I'm in, by the way. We can search for a game. Rob Harvey asks, was the Star Trek crossover meant to be from IDW? It was IDW and Dark Horse. There are covers online, because I think weren't they Tristan's covers?
Yeah.
Or was Tristan doing the interior?
I can't remember. But yeah, he was involved one way or another.
And it was a Next Generation one.
Sizzy Bubble says, I'm really into music, movie scores myself, though I'm not a musician.
The way I look at scores is if you're watching a specific part of a film, you know, if the score hits at a certain point or a specific area, that's the only way I can identify of critiquing it, right? You know, like the elevator shaft in Romulus. That's the best way I can put. That's the best way I can put it. You know, if you can identify there's a moment where the score really amplifies the moment, that's the best way I can critique it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not something I would ever pursue. If it was something Adam wanted to pursue, I would not stop him. I just would not participate.
We were supposed to have Austin Wintry on at one point, who did Fireteam Elite. It's a shame we didn't. And I know, like, Sarah Sashner, she follows us. I'm sure she'd probably be down. So maybe it's something we should do more of.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wouldn't it be along the lines of just identifying like where the source material helped identify what kind of tone they were going for? So, I mean, maybe I'm getting too thick in the weeds here, but like, what did the previous iterations of Predator films, if we're talking about Sarah, inspire with Prey with her
Yeah,
take upon the film.
and I mean she
That's where I would go.
balanced kind of the classic Silvestri themes, but it was very subtle, and she really did her own thing with it, and it was one of the most unique Predator scores when compared to the other four. So I think there could be a good interview there, and I think we could do it,
Yeah.
Aaron. I think you're selling us short.
I
We don't have to be music
just-
majors to pull it off.
You and Hunter are welcome to do one.
Okay. Maybe we'll
I
take
think
you up on
what for
that.
Sarah, I mean, I'm not all that familiar with her work, but I know for Prey the use of strings, and again, I'm not a musician, but I know the use of strings really amplified that score for me. It felt very heavy.
There's been a rumor that we know the composer of Badlands now. We haven't been able to confirm that rumor.
I
But-
tried last week, man.
Oh no, that's right, yeah, because you were gonna check on your end. But if it is true, it would make
was the rumor?
sense. Who was he again?
Bear McCreary.
That's right. It would make sense because he did the new God of War, and Dan Trachtenberg said God
Right.
of War was an influence for him in Prey, and Dan Trachtenberg chose Sarah Sashner because he liked her music and video games, specifically Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So it
We
would
know
make.
who's doing the score for Killer as well now.
Oh, who did?
Benjamin Wolfish.
Oh, really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. We'll have to do a post on that today. Wow, what a surprise! He's done an Alien and a Predator score now.
Yeah.
I really liked his score for Romulus.
Me too. I listen to it like once a week at least.
So, Aaron, Jed Kurtzel's score for Covenant or Benjamin Wallfish's score for Romulus? Which one do you like better?
Romulus. Romulus over Covenant, but I really like Covenant score as well.
As did I. That was always one of the pieces of praise I had for that movie. I think he's the
Did you
Um,
guys pick up? Did either of you pick up the Mutant Edition for Romulus that came out in vinyl earlier this year? It's gorgeous.
I have Romulus on vinyl? Yeah, so I probably got that one. Yeah. Yeah, because Mutant's just the vinyl publisher, right?
Yeah, it's a few of the guys from Mondo that left.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, because didn't, like, Sony... I know Sony bought out Alamo Drafthouse. I don't know if Mondo
Yeah.
was part of that.
I'm not sure, but I know that a bunch of the guys that were leads on the music department at Mondo left and started Mutant. So it's they have some of the similar connections that Mondo does, so artists and whatnot. They put out some pretty good stuff their first year. Dune, and of course Romulus. Really beautiful artwork.
Yeah, that's half the reason I'll get a vinyl is for the art of the pressing itself, like the I guess just the record you'd call it, and
Right.
as well as like the interior artwork. So it's making more of an experience out of listening to music than just throwing something on in Spotify. And that would
Well,
be a
I think it's very
question.
reminiscent of.
Sorry,
I think
go
that's
ahead.
very reminiscent of. Oh, you're good. I was saying, I think that's very reminiscent of how records used to be. You'd open the record and the artwork gave you an idea of what the musician or musicians were going for in terms of the look and feel, and not just the tone. So, like Dark Side of the Moon is a good example of that.
Yeah, I feel like records back in the day, though, were probably more just black. They didn't do like crazy splatters and clear vinyls and all that stuff. Like, I think they really
Oh
go
god,
more
yeah.
all out with the actual pressing of them now.
Right. I meant the fold, that comes in the what's the word? The sheath. But yes, I agree. The multicolored vinyls and the pressing and the tie dyes are all so much cooler.
Yeah, someone I met up with in Texas, Tyler, he got me this limited Prey vinyl. It's like the glow-in-the-dark Predator Blood one, which is really cool. Very
they
nice
go
of
for-
him to do that.
They go for a pretty penny nowadays if you have the right ones, you know? I know the original Alien score from Mondo, the collector set, is pricey.
I have that one unopened.
Oh, you're sitting on about $300 there.
Oh, really? Hmm.
Seems like everything's becoming a bit of a collector's market now, though.
Yep.
I didn't realize just how hot Pokemon. I cannot believe I.
Pokemon.
I'm sorry.
You
I
sound like a
I should not be mispronouncing that because I spent my childhood in it.
Pokemon
I can't believe how hot they've become. Where like they have to limit people at vending machines now. And I have a lot of old early 2000s rare Pokemon cards that I need to sell. Now I've been told
The only thing that's worth actual value is things like the Charizard, though.
I don't know. I have like some rare the first movie like Pikachu and Mew ones that I've looked up online, and they're at least like going for a few hundred.
I was gonna say like Zapdos and the three birds from the third movie. Are those worth anything?
I'm not sure. And I have like old Japanese rare ones too from back in the day.
It's like the same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Those things are going for a pretty penny nowadays.
Ancient Mew is always my favourite. Completely unplayable and just a collector's piece.
Sissy Bubble said, Ridge, you said Pokemon in the most boomer way possible.
Yeah.
Y'all playing the Pokemans? What is that?
It reminds me, there was some comedian who pronounced it very weird back in the day.
Playing the Pokemon with the Tic Tac.
Sounds about right.
Ah!
Okay, this guy is just trigger happy.
Slim Reaper says this game is so fun.
It is indeed.
Yep, we still enjoy it.
That gameplay loop is right. It was always just the content and the stability that could use work. But the gameplay loop, they nailed. Ah! Throw some smoke, Chevy, run!
Rob Harvey says you could still get some colourful ones. I used to have some pretty nice Disney records in the early 90s with full artwork on. Didn't even dare play them. Assume he's referring to vinyls there.
Oh boy. I hope I'm not gonna die here. Billy!
Rob Harvey says, I've still got my promos for all the movies. Ancient Muse were nice. Sizzy asks, what's that thing we watched?
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
so
Bobo Toys?
there's a YouTuber I really like. He's an animator who goes by Meat Canyon, but he has a secondary channel, which is kind of become his primary channel, called Papa Meat. And he does just segments on different topics, and one of the topics was blind box collectible stuff, specifically focused on this one thing, which I believe is South Korean in origin. No, it's called like Labubu or something, and these things are unbelievably hot. Like, they've caused malls to be rioted pretty much, and I had never heard of these things before. They're just these little, like, they look like a chibi version of Where the Wild Things Are monsters or whatever, but apparently they're just ridiculously popular.
Ah! No, Aaron, click the right button.
Kill it. Oh,
Come here.
second winded. We go after it. With the chopper.
I remember seeing Meat Canyon's
Gotta do the
video
chopper.
a while back. It made him it made him blow up.
That was a great one because he also did a he did a Taylor Swift fans video as well as like an animated. And I guess he knew the music was going to be copyright claimed, so he just wrote his own Taylor Swift song. and did it, and it was amazing. Rob Harvey says Labubu are really popular in the UK now too. But yeah, I had never heard
I'm
of
gonna
them.
do one
until
more
that
with you
video.
guys, and then I gotta hop off if that's okay.
All good.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, blind buy as a culture is very hot right now.
Oh, did I disband the party?
I think Chris is leaving as well. He's not feeling great.
Oh, okay. We'll see you
Nice to
later,
meet you,
Chris.
Chris.
Unless
I think
he's already hopped
gone.
off.
I think that was him disappearing.
Bye.
Well, it just went to the ether.
Aaron, let me re-invite you.
Rejoining. Although that said, you know, when I was in Japan last time, I did buy some little blind buy alien figure things. I think were they Super 7 blind buys? Was it Super 7? Were they the company that did the retro style toys? Hang on.
They do several retro toys. Mostly Godzilla is what they're known for.
Reaction. So it was
Reaction.
That is associated with Super 7, isn't it? Reaction. But yeah, it was some alien blind buys, and you could get a blue dwarf star alien, a space dusk, which was like a reddish, brownish alien, a blood moon, which was yellow and red, and then some question mark supernova thing. I brought two of them, and I got the blue one, and I got the brown.
Speaking of toys, did you guys see the new Predator 2.0 Hot Toys that's coming out later this year,
Oh, yeah,
next
the
year?
Jungle Hunter. That's right.
Yes.
I believe the last time they did that was with their Predators line, right?
Yep.
And that was their first, I would say, mostly film accurate series, because the ones they did before that were more stylized, like their AVP ones, and I think they did do a Jungle Hunter.
I never liked the AVP ones.
Yeah, they were quite stylized. But then with Predators, they started to get more into the realistic looks for them, and now they're quite film accurate. They still stumble sometimes, like their Aliens Warrior I thought looked good, but wasn't really film accurate looking. But their
original
Romulus
big
xenomorph
chap-
looks great.
Yes, I agree. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Didn't their original big chap have issues as well with deterioration?
Yes, both of those did, because they had like rubber like the tendons on the mouth, and so if you were to pose it with an open mouth, they would eventually snap, pretty much.
Oof.
But they've come a long way, and yeah, their Romulus xenomorph looks great. I know they tweaked their feral predator, which you ordered, right? You have a feral coming.
Yeah, it's coming any day now. I ordered the feral and I ordered the Xeno. That was my little birthday present to myself. But yeah, feral should be coming any day now, and I know that they changed some additions to feral's materials kind of late before the shipping out. I think it had to do with his predlocks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and he looks better if you compare him to the earlier shots. Those little tweaked, tweaks helped.
The prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to get him whenever he arrives. It's been a long minute.
I still don't own any Hot Toys myself.
My first one was Celtic, and it was more just I had some extra sideshow points and figured I'd finally try and get one. But yeah, he was awesome. And then I got Wolf after that. I have the Aliens Warrior. I have an unopened Tracker. Well, actually, he's open, but he's in box and comes with everything. I got him from a store in Burbank, and I got a really good price on him, actually. Is that it? I think that is it. Yeah, I think that's what I got. My only Xenomorph one is the Aliens Warrior.
I am tempted with the with Stompy and Pharaoh.
You mean Scorchy?
Yeah, I said Stompy there, didn't I? Yeah, I'm tempted with Scorched and Feral.
Ah, jeez.
Scorched was the only approval I ever got from my missus to pull the trigger.
I wish I would have gotten that Ancient Predator from the flashback of AVP, because those are among the rarest ones now. Like, those go for a lot.
Are the samurais worth any?
Big Red.
Yes, Big Red, but I mean they have another one where it's isn't it? He's more of a traditional samurai.
Oh, the samurai. Yes.
Oh, that's a
remember
sideshow.
now.
That's a sideshow. I'm sorry.
Well, they did a statue. I
is
thought
that not
Hot
the-
Toys did one too.
I thought Sideshow and Hot Toys were basically the same these days.
No, Sideshow is an online retailer. Hot Toys is just one of the brands they carry. I mean, they do like promotional partnerships, but they're not the same company. In them trees. I'm coming.
Not a scratch. Not a fucking
Long
scratch.
tail Sally. She got everything. Oh, baby. Oh, you're up.
Xander says, can you finally spill the beans on your Killer of Killers cameos? What do you reckon, Adam? Can we finally...
They need to hire you as a casting director before this happens, Xander, and then we can talk.
Bigfoot says, Bigfoot LV426 says, alright lads, how's it going? 4 days till Killer of Killers.
Are there
Can you wait?
they're big feet on LV426?
Well, the Predators brought the cryptids with them when they came to set it up as an alien hunting preserve.
I see. But yes, I'm excited. I've seen some initial good impressions from the premiere, but premieres typically have those kinds
There
of
were always
flower-
good impressions, yeah. It's pretty much it's pointless now. I think
It's, hey, I loved it. Invite me to the next premiere, please.
yeah.
Well, the Q&A that was in the Discord this morning was pretty cool.
I haven't
Mike
watched
is
it
putting the
because,
whole thing up on his channel.
yeah, apparently they do talk some spoilers in the movie, and I do want to try and go in a little fresh on this one. Ah!
I got you. No.
Fuck's sake, I just fucking hurt myself with the plasma root. And then the health dropped under the fucking floorboards. Jesus Christ, game.
He's right over here, Aaron. Watch out. Oh, never mind.
Predminator says, hey guys, excited for Killer of Killers. How big is that hulking predator statue? Looks massive. Yeah, that was cool that they had that at the premiere. I wasn't expecting something like that, but he's a big chunker.
I really like that the movie's featuring 3 body types for predators, 3 different distinct sizes.
Yeah, it's kind of like the light, heavy, and medium builds.
I think it's cool. I like them that they go to that effort. Oh damn.
Oh man. He's killing us one at a time.
You saw the so they did one for Feral, didn't they? They did one for Feral.
Yeah, they did.
They did one for Scorched.
They did a bunch for Scorch. They had him in like movie theater lobbies and stuff.
They had one in my local theater, which was really cool. He's huge. He was huge, I should say.
Yeah, I got to see him when I was in California, but none made it to Utah, unfortunately.
Rob asks, are you planning any live streams or recording any instant reactions to Killer of Killers this weekend? No reaction things, but we will be recording our review episode on Saturday. I think we said. Is that when we said?
I think so. Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out.
Oh, that will probably be an unedited one.
So,
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure being part of your hunting party. I have to depart now, but thank you guys for letting me jump on.
Yep. Until
You are
next
very
time,
welcome.
man.
Thanks for joining us.
See ya.
Yes. Have a good one.
Do we dare get a clash match? I say we do.
No. Give it a go, but I bet you.
If we get a clash, we'll see that this game does indeed have a boosted player count.
Well, apparently, I was looking at the Steam charts earlier. There was like 70 players, I think it said
Oof.
online.
Yeah, I imagine consoles still have the majority of players with this game.
Yeah. Well, majority of games all around these days, surely. I don't think that's changed in the last 20 years.
No, PC. There's some
Or
PC
10 years.
games that have like majority of their player bases on PC, I would say.
Army of Cheese says, had a date night at the cinema with my wife yesterday. The movie was fantastic, but she said one of the highlights was watching his live reaction to the Badlands trailer. Looks epic on the big screen. Yeah, have you seen the trailer on the big screen yet?
I think I have. Yeah, I think so. I can't remember which movie I saw with it. What was it?
I have, and I can't remember what movie I went to watch either. Marvel? Oh, Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts. That's what I saw it on. Yeah, I thought it looked really good. I really enjoyed it. I can still remember the first time I saw the AVP trailer on the big screen.
Yeah, me too. I saw it with Riddick, Chronicles of Riddick.
iRobot for me. Mutilation ×2 says, will this game ever get any more fighting content? Can't say. I've seen a PvP game in recent memory where they cater only to one side in terms of new content for a long period of time. It would be nice.
Yeah, I guess they just figure in the Predator game, like more people are going to be into the different Predators, and you can just kind of create your own soldier or whatever. But yeah, it would be nice to see more Fireteam stuff. I miss some of that from before.
And that collab with the football player was hilarious. I forget what his name was. Yeah, let's have a look. Can't even remember how to change this bit.
Beast Mode, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was his nickname.
How do I change it? I can't even remember.
What?
I have to pick him as a... Or do I not have it on this?
Marshawn Lynch was his name. Customization and then Fireteam. Oh, did they remove him from the game entirely? Really?
Maybe.
Oh no, he's Dante.
Oh. I don't see him in here. Dutch, Isabel. Maybe I haven't brought him.
Well, I don't think you can anymore. And that's a shame because like people who are getting it on Xbox won't have the chance to get Dutch or Isabel. Predminator asked, why is it that there's still no announcement of Aliens Fireteam Elite 2 if it's slated for release this winter? Well, my friend, I believe it's because a lot of game companies were waiting to see if GTA 6 was going to come out this year or next year. Now that it's coming out next year, June is typically a big month for game announcements. We have Summer Games Fest coming on Friday, and the publisher of the first Fireteam Elite, Focus, is going to be there. I am expecting it to be announced, but we'll see. There have been multiple investor documents now that have said the game is on track to release this year, so I'd say, game announcements, they're not always years in advance. Sometimes they are like, oh, here's the announcement, and the game is coming out at the end of the year. We've seen that a number of times. And even shorter than that, like Oblivion Remastered was announced and released on the same day. It was like Shadow released. And I don't think we're going to get a Clash.
I do not expect we will, my friend.
Oh, well. I was always the only one who ever liked Clash.
I enjoyed it. I just think you're optimistic to try and get a game, is all.
Mutation X2 says, so it's a sequel to Aliens Far Too Melee and not just an expansion. That is correct. It is a full sequel. And they've been working on that for a few years now, so an announcement has to be coming sooner or later.
When's the next event, sorry, that you expect?
Summer Games Fest, which is Friday, and the publisher of the first game, Focus, is slated to be there, so...
Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye out.
And then I know they're going to have that non-VR version of Rogue Incursion at IGN's event coming up soon. There's also an Xbox showcase.
For the new one, wasn't it?
Yeah. The Xbox showcase is this upcoming weekend as well. So it should
we
be
ever had anything Alien announced at an Xbox event?
I think AVP 2010 had some gameplay shown at some Xbox event, if I'm remembering correctly. But other than that, I can't think of anything.
I really hope we get something soon. It feels very much like we've not heard anything for a long time.
Yeah. I am glad we're going to be getting a non-VR version of Rogue Incursion, though, because it'll be nice to be able to live stream that one a bit more, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it just sounds like you're dropping in and out a little bit, bud.
Really?
Yeah. You're downloading anything, are you?
I don't think so.
Bigfoot says, hopefully we see Berserker suits in Fighting 2. Man, I would fucking love to see a max unit back in one of the games. I mean, I know AVP2 wasn't technically a max unit, and it was an Alice suit or whatever, but and it was in Extinction as well. But I think it'd be fun to get an EXO unit back in.
Agreed.
I mean, that's next on my list of books to reread, actually.
Or?
Berserker.
Oh.
Berserker. Because it was one of my top 5 Alien novels, but I've not read it for a little while.
But yeah,
So,
isn't War like a sequel to Berserker?
Yeah,
as well?
it's a shadow sequel to Berserker and to AVP.
Oh, and Caleb and I were talking the other night about... So AVP The Web is the one where the antagonist is that boy from the first AVP
Robert
comic,
Sheldon.
right? But there's
Robert
not
Sheldon.
another comic that has him in it, is there?
No.
Okay. Because Caleb was thinking he was some evil CEO or something.
He's evil in the web.
Yeah. But he's just like this big cyborg monster, right?
Yeah. Fucking hell, Aaron. I can't
Xander says, I know I kid around with AVP cameos, but I think it'd be cool if a developer at least give you guys a cameo or shout out in the game. Well, I will never turn that down. So I'm glad you think it's cool, Xander. Keep up the enthusiasm because, yeah. A book was nice, though. I mean, that was already kind of a dream come true for me. And I'm sure you enjoyed it too, Aaron.
Very much, yes. Did you know I'm also on the back of one of the books?
Oh,
Maybe a
yeah?
comment from a review, yeah. Intercribdus.
Oh, nice.
A little thing from our review of Cold Forge was included on it.
Yeah, it was cool to see that little promo video that Feral Interactive did for Alien Isolation. They showed off our review.
Oh, and you were in. Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, they did. You're also in that video of the Rogue Incursion event, if I remember rightly.
Just on his demo reel, not on the official Servius one. He had kind of an expanded version.
Caleb, are you thinking Are you thinking captive, predator captive?
Who's the daddy?
Predators nearby.
Kill him and his brother. Then take a picture of his dead brother and send it to his other brother.
Gotta give him put the fear of. Are we OWLF at this point? I can't even remember. Yeah, we are. Put the fear of OWLF into him.
He's in the trees.
Jump down on top of the building.
Make some noise.
I got the guy on the floor.
I'll try and cover you. Oh, he's jumping away. I'm gonna go after him while he heals.
Yeah. Proper predator hunter, aren't you? You should be on Voodoo for real.
Where are you at? Huh? There you are.
No, Stardust says, I wonder if we'll get even a tiny mention of OWLF in
I
Badlands.
need some help!
You ran 3 miles away, didn't you?
He's almost I can run it. There we go.
Oh, he's crouching on you to die. Oh, he's put his head in the fucking tree.
I hate it when they do that shit.
What a dickhead. What a dickhead. I hope we get to hear some mention of OWLF in Badlands. I do think they're a used aspect of the franchise. Although I tell you, I did get a tickle out of what we were told on that interview that we did
What was that?
about Bad Blood.
Oh, that he was unfamiliar
Yeah.
with OWLF?
Yeah, because he just not seen Predator 2 when he read the comic.
Yeah.
No. I was like, well, that explains why they weren't in it then, okay.
Yeah, that was a good discussion. That was fun.
That's a little down the line, though. I think we've got... I'm working on... What am I working on at the minute? Oh, the Alien 3 Legacy interview. That's up next. Then it'll be the Concrete Jungle interview, and then it'll be the Bad Blood interview. But I think I'll have to do... I think I'll have to release the Killers of Killers unedited.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be able to... I'm not going to be able to edit that one. And then, of course, we've got our next interview up tomorrow.
Yay.
With Adam. Different Adam.
Different
Not this
Adam.
Adam.
But we've wanted to have Adam Milicevic on for a while. Some of you may remember his name from that AVP Japan Maze piece that I did. And he has also worked on the franchise a number of other times, including for Legacy Effects during Alien Romulus. So I'm excited for that interview.
So that'll be tomorrow. PM BST. Predminator says Alien Romulus gets hate, but I don't mind it. Would have liked to see more of the aliens in the action scenes, but overall I really enjoyed it. Loved that it went back to the horror tone. I fucking love Romulus. I genuinely fucking love that film. So much.
Until we have a better long-term solution, the best thing we can do is keep up the fight
Caustic Viper says, my favourite part of Romulus was the scorch sprouting from the cocoon. Just a grow and dread watching it happen stuck with me. Yeah, the birth sequence was fantastic. Like, just so alien and so perverse and so sexual. It was a fantastic scene. Predator asks, I wonder what the budget was for Predator Killer of Killers. I hope it gets a physical release like Prey. Also, Prey should get a theatrical release before Badlands since it was straight to streaming. I would be genuinely surprised if they don't do some limited screenings of Prey prior to Badlands. What do you think?
I would like that, but I guess it would depend on if their agreement with Hulu has
Licensing
gone up. I
permission.
mean, I have to imagine it would have because it came out on Blu-ray, but I mean, that would be cool if they could do that.
It just seems like a no-brainer. Like some double bills. Sick of playing in these nighttime maps. Dizzy says the armor straps for her Mr. Blackhot toys have all deteriorated.
I think I backed my limit today.
Yeah, that was another flaw with the Predators line. Is there a little leather or cloth, I guess, not real leather probably, pieces.
Did you ever get the Mezco one?
I did.
Jungle Hunter.
It's still unopened, yeah.
Oh man, I love the materials that thing's made of.
Oh yeah.
Like his little skirt and his fishnet and what have you. Oh. Where is he?
You're by yourself, by the way.
I know. I keep getting lost in these night maps.
I'm coming though.
This man has been identified as the chief here. Take him out and get his keys.
Ah, trying to get up this hill.
Back my limit. Watch the fire team. How many of these guys are there? That shed looks like a good cook den.
Sending me off in the dark. I'm trying to decide if I should watch Killer of Killers in the morning before work or actually try and have like a nice chill evening with it.
Yeah,
I'm
we
always
won't-
concerned these days about how much the internet's going to spoil me throughout the day.
Nothing too mind-blowing here, but grab some pictures for our records.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be our like midnight in your morning, so we may just stay up and watch it late Thursday night.
Can't chance them recovering anything.
I don't. Have they actually released a drop time? I can't remember.
I don't think they have. I think Prey came out around midnight or 11 p.m. my time.
I imagine it'd be midday US time. Yeah. Midnight, sorry, US
Yeah.
time.
The green flames. That would make for a cool screenshot if I could somehow get this mission again. Watch the burning. That'll burn all the drugs. Make sure you watch it close so you get the fumes.
Yeah, Caleb says I'm just gonna stay off of some sites on Friday.
Can I see what mission this is? Is that a possibility? Up in flames. Okay. Take a picture of that. Maybe I should do the witch predator in like the green flames, and she'll be like, you know,
Yeah, that'd be
a Wizard of Oz
very
shit, you know.
thematic. God, this is taking some time to fucking burn. There we go.
Intel, and it looks like they have chemical shipments nearby.
Predators nearby on the ground.
Let's burn that too.
No Style Dutch
I'm
says, by the way, chat, shameless plug from me, but y'all should check out my Predator Alien inspired short film on YouTube called Rabbits, sci-fi thriller short film after the stream. Yeah, I watched that, and it was cool. Definitely recommend that. So check that out,
Yeah.
folks.
I watched an earlier version of it as well. I didn't realise you'd actually No Style.
Caleb says it'll be midnight PST. It always is. Really? For every movie release on Hulu? In that case, it'll be 1 a.m. for us, so we'll have to stay up for that.
Yeah, that's not so bad because you won't get it spoiled when you just wake up in the morning. Okay, I might just get up a little bit earlier and watch it. I normally end up waking up at 6-ish anyway.
Surprised they didn't have any press screenings over there.
Yeah, I'm always a little disappointed with Disney Outreach.
Come on, let's take out that chopper while we're at it.
To be perfectly honest, so
Kaboom!
we'll see. I mean, thing is, I don't. It's just disappointing because we've kind of gotten used to them. You know, having those opportunities, and when you don't get the chance, I don't want to sound like ungrateful, expectant or anything, but it's you can't help but be a little bit like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, where was our Thailand Alien Earth set visit?
Yeah, that would have been nice. But we are small fry, Adam. Small fry.
Indeed.
Get out of my fucking way, you daft twat. Caleb says Disney Outreach is their middle finger and that's it. I do miss the days of Fox PR though, I'm not gonna lie.
They were better with that.
Oh, I'd known the woman at Fox PR for like a decade. So I always had a good relationship with them.
It was a lazy predator.
Was there even... Yeah, there was a Predator, we saw it, didn't we? You got one AI kill. And it somehow got him 2,000 points for the pleasure, so, you know.
So, Aaron, in Killer of Killers, is there any time period you are most excited for?
I would probably say I'm more excited for the World War II portion than the others. But don't get me wrong, because I'm actually really excited for both. Well, for everything in it, you know. I'm excited for Viking. I'm excited for the feudal Japan sort of bit. But I think I'm most interested in the World War II bit because it's such a unique spin on what I would have expected. You know, the aerial combat part of it.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
that's what has me most jazzed there, and I really can't fucking wait to see that and see how they actually pull that off.
Yes. Dogfighting with a Predator spacecraft. Yeah, so that sequence is also my most anticipated.
Because I never had that on my bingo card of things to see in a Predator thing. And I like it when they surprise me. Predminator says, to me, Predators in 2010 and Alien Romulus were similar in ways they did some new things, but paid too much homage to the previous films. I like homage, but was a bit too much. Still loved Romulus though. See, I will never agree with that assessment of either film, really. I think those films, while clearly had callbacks and references and homages, very much have their own identities. to the point where, you know, people calling Predators a remake of Predator used to send me feral. But I wouldn't behave feral because, you know, I'm more civilized than that, Adam. But it would enrage me because I just don't agree with it.
Only
I
duplicates.
think both films have very much their own identity, and strong identity at that.
I would say Romulus leans on nostalgia a bit harder than Predators, in my opinion. But
How so outside of Ian Holm, really, and some of the dialogue?
just some of the imagery, like, you know, her in the elevator and how End of Aliens that's looking, and the fake out ending again.
But that's just a thing of Aliens now, which is disappointing because it'd be nice if they do something original. But that is just a theme, or a trope of the entire series at this point. And the only one that doesn't really do it is, well, no, I mean, Alien 3 kind of does a fake out a little bit with it jumping out of the lead. AVP has the fake out. AVP, actually, is probably the only one that doesn't have a fake out.
I think for the most part, the fan service in Romulus worked. Like, there were cool little moments, like seeing when he's playing the little bug hunt game and it goes game over, man. Like that.
It's unintrusive.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Like that sort of shit. Like, I'm on board with. It was just the obnoxious get away from her, which again, like, that was divisive because audiences seemed to really like it.
Unfortunately, guerrilla soldiers have secured the area.
And like, I prefer Artificial Person myself. I mean, I know there were some others.
Mission, so let's make it count.
And Predator does the same thing, right? It reuses the one-liners, but to
that
me,
will always be the thing that I hate the most about modern films and sequels and prequels and remakes and all that kind of stuff. That's the thing I hate the most, is reused dialogue,
yeah.
because it pulls me out of films.
Because even in Prey, you didn't like that.
No, it genuinely pulls me out of the films. But in Romulus, I can forgive the artificial person thing as being like something that maybe synths have kind of got a little program to say, but then that also kind of reduces Bishop in a way, because I always found it like a little charming part of his personality in that, and if it's something they all say, then it feels less unique.
Predminator says, did you guys see Hot Toys is coming out with Jungle Hunter Pred 2.0? It's getting lots of flack because it seems like they reused the body from Classic Predator from the 2010 figure. The base seems small. Yeah, we were chatting about that a bit earlier. I think it looks like an improvement from the Predators one. I mean, companies will retool old elements and molds all the time, and to me it seems like an improvement. I didn't know it was getting flack though. I thought folks were liking what they were seeing.
Nobody likes anything these days. How important is complete accuracy to the film to you when it comes to replicas like that, or action figures?
If it's something like Hot Toys where you're spending a lot of money on a realistic version, I think they should strive for accuracy, and a lot of their figures do. Like Wolf looks... Oh, he's right on my tail. Shit. Like Wolf looks crazy accurate, as do their AVP Preds. Oh man, how'd they get me down so quickly?
You literally just fucking Superman'd away then.
Man. You got this, a sweat lord.
He just like, it literally just looks like he jumped straight up and oh, you pissant. Yeah, blinded me with the leap there.
Predminator says, Adrian Brody says, come on, kill me, do it now. That was a straight remake scene. Yeah, I mean, you kind of had that in Prey a little bit too. Not quite as blatant, but similar.
You see, without the dialogue, that would have been a lot more entertaining because obviously he was aware of how to predator. Isabella told him,
How many of these guys are there?
and I think that's fair.
Oh man.
Fucking hell. Didn't stand a fucking chance.
No, what are you doing?
Ow! Careful, asshole. Bleeding. You ain't gonna die today.
Predator says, I wonder why Dan didn't want to make a live-action version of Killer of Killers. And No Style Dutch says, I think Killer of Killers would have cost a fortune to make in a live-action. Yeah. I feel like Dan probably had the connections with this previs company, and maybe they were looking to do their first animated film, and it just kind of came together like that. But yeah, I mean, if he already had plans with Badlands, but still wants to like develop the Predator universe a bit more, it makes sense that they would do it this way. And honestly, I'm all for it because I was really hoping for that AVP anime, and we had that fan anime. Oh my god, kill that guy already! Alien
Oh my God.
Monday, which
Oh.
was really good. He's just toying with you
Absolute
at this point.
fucking disrespect.
Yeah. Oh man, he actually saved you. You better hunt him down and kill him.
I didn't even fucking see where he went. Come on, get you all back in.
Caleb says, don't worry, Private Nub Nub will help.
His name. Fucking hell.
What are you doing, fire team? We have a mission to complete.
He's just trying to get behind me to fucking
Yeah.
trophy me again. Fucking!
Well, at least this guy has reinforced us while that Predator was trying to show off.
On the roof.
Go. Oh shit, he's on me. Where you going, bitch? Oh, he's going after some pigs over here. I see him.
Jumped on me. God, now he's gone.
Man.
Choke on this. That'll get their attention. Deploying audio decoy. Who's gonna make it? Voodoo, stick to your mission. You wouldn't believe me if I told you what's out there.
Was he on you guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Trying to parry, but it didn't fucking do anything.
Damn it.
No, I'm getting him, you pleb. Why wouldn't you go and fucking get the other guy?
Smoke grenades going out. Fuckers will think we're everywhere.
He's going after pigs.
Bleeding. I ain't leaving your ass here.
He's on us again. think he got second winded again. I'm going after him.
I don't think he did he?
I think he did.
Okay. I'm on you.
Fuck, he just barely hopped away.
I'm behind you.
And this is a sweaty pred.
I can get him on my own. You ain't gonna die today.
He's going after pigs again. I'll go after the other guy. Shit.
Looking for some ammo. I'm gonna die in this fucking jungle. My limit today.
I'm down.
Secondary objectives nearby. Up to you if you want to make some extra cash.
Crawling Chaos says, I thought Alvarez were doing a mic drop and he did Rockless and wasn't interested in the sequel. But yes, movie talk. Money talks. I'm glad he's coming back. I do agree with everybody in that I hope he takes a bigger narrative swing.
Your ass here. I'm not gonna make it.
With the sequel, but you know, I'm genuinely excited for
The guy in the chopper.
another Alien film from him.
Chopper's inbound. Moving one, stand by.
Ah, shit.
It was nice. In a lot of ways, I think Romulus was very much a return to form kind of thing. You know, especially after. Like, I know Romulus incorporates the prequel into it quite significantly, but I like that it was generally very much more of an Alien film than any of the prequels were. But yeah, bigger swing for the next one, please, will be lovely.
Fire team, are you okay? I'm reading flat lines across the board. Please respond.
Yes, Sander, I did. I only had a sliver of health left and I overestimated that drop. Or
I did the most
underestimated
damage
it.
to the Predator. I remember when I was mildly good at this game.
Likewise.
When we played it pretty much 3-4 hours a day every day.
Well, we had nothing else to do during COVID.
Well, speak for yourself, I was still working.
Oh.
I don't get breaks, Adam, you know this. I'm ready for my lotto win.
I mean, you were still going out less and you were working by remote, I assume, so...
50-50. Predator says, I wonder if an Alien movie will ever top Aliens. Topping Alien or Aliens is a hard sell. I think we all hope for it.
Tall order.
We'll hope for it to be as good as.
Although I would say Prey, people said, like, it rivals the first. That was a common sentiment.
Army of Cheese says, random shout out to Archie Reno every time I watch Romulus. I appreciate his work. Andy and Ring get the shine, but I think Tyler has such an emotion. Such emotion, namely the Andy K scene where he's just unreal. Yeah, I really liked Archie in the film. We did reach out to him a couple of times to see if we could get him on the podcast, but nothing ever came of it, unfortunately. But no, I really liked Tyler as a character. And I like that he owned up to his involvement in everything going tits up. There's a guy called Alien Inside with a facehugger avatar on there.
Yep, saw that.
Alien Inside being a reference to Adam's favorite Alien comic,
What's that?
the first Marvel one. Was being sarcastic.
Oh. What do you mean Alien Inside? Was that like
That's what's written on Gabriel Clues' cryotube.
Oh, that's right. So you actually remember that piece of shit comic.
I remember a lot of things when it comes to Alien and Predator. Anything else, not much. Just ask my lass. There's a meme that sums me up quite well. If there's nothing more surprising to a husband than hearing his wife's plans for the second time.
How many of these guys are there?
No Style Dutch says, I think an Alien or Predator movie will need a decade or two to be appreciated as better than the originals, because of bias for all the things being inherently better. It does seem to be a thing where, you know, films do get appreciated a lot more after a longer period of time. But then again, recency bias is also very much a thing. Although I don't feel like it's a thing in the entertainment world, though. I think that's more of a gaming thing. At least in my little corner of the gaming sphere. I always called it new toy syndrome rather than recency bias, but, you know. Potato, potato.
I think I've backed my limit today.
Predominator says, I hope we get a new AVP game and a remastered. I hope for a new AVP game too.
I think it'll come eventually. I think after they release you know, the AVP comic, after we start to see the film start hinting towards that, that's when I think we'll see a big AVP push again eventually.
Yeah.
In the next couple of years. It's funny because Mike's Monsters was recently at the screening for Killer of Killers, and not to give away any spoilers of that were talked about during the Q&A, but he was saying that Dan Trachtenberg said, I have Badlands after this and maybe something else coming. So, make of that what you will.
I think it's an inevitability.
So it's this one, and then this one. There we go.
But I do really hope for a new game more than anything, I think.
AVP game, yeah, because that was so core in that crossover. Riverchick says, I've just been reading your most recent article on Alien Earth. Interesting stuff. As it's coming out in August, do you think we'll get a longer trailer soon? Well, that is question number one with that series right now, I think. I mean,
It doesn't seem to be an FX thing, does it?
I guess they just do the slow drip marketing, but it's like, there's got to be something at least by next month, because then the thing is out the following month. It's already kind of wild. We haven't seen any real trailer beyond a teaser for it.
See, I was always glad they listened to our feedback in regards to actually making the missions a bit more Predator involved.
Mm-hmm. Instead of just kill the drug lord.
Yeah, I know it's a small thing, but it's a thing that helps the immersion of the game.
Caleb says AVP with multiplayer that actually reaches its real potential would be awesome. Agreed.
I still had a lot of fun with 2010. I don't think people really gave it a fair shot.
Well, likewise, I think Sega didn't give it a fair shot either. Like, it had one more DLC
No.
planned, and I know they were kind of stretched thin on resources with that, and
After the money that Colonial Marines was hemorrhaging as well.
Well, that was after AVP. There's a tape here.
Yeah, but that
Oh,
stopped
the
them.
development, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see on the board somebody been sharing
need-
some differences?
You need a tape there, and it's there.
Okay, hang on.
On
Where are
ping.
you? Where are you?
On the little eyeball ping. So right here.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Got back my
Didn't see your ping. But fair. What was I saying? Oh yeah, did you see the thing on the boards recent? Somebody been sharing some of the differences with the earlier builds of Colonial Marines.
No, I'll have to check that out.
I wasn't even aware that builds of early builds had ended up online. Like the Gearbox Colonial Marines, not the Czech 6.
Yeah. Looks like some of the lighting here is borked. Might have to share that on the hunting grounds forums if anyone's still listening there.
No, not hunting grounds, Colonial Marines. Oh, you meant the lighting.
Yeah,
sorry.
there's an area in
Oh,
this
I'm
map
with
where
you.
the lighting's a little borked. Right here. Did our predator quit? He
Hayden.
did quit.
Calum said 2010's multiplayer was fun, but it was mostly just team deathmatch with alien and predator skins. I mean, yeah, the TDM, the species death matches were the most active ones, which was a shame because the game did still include like Survivor mode.
Survivor was pretty active, I thought. Or not Survivor,
Not-
the
not Survivor, well,
last man
Infestation.
standing? Yeah, Infestation.
No, Infestation, and a Predator Hunt, which was straight out of the earlier games. But I think the thing that made that difficult was that when you were done, you were done. It was like one round and that was it, and it didn't go through multiple rounds. So
Yeah,
it made
there's-
it hard to keep going and enjoy the mode.
Yeah, there were not enough settings you could tweak with EVP 2010.
Caustic Viper says, I'd rather Dan and Fede collab on the next AVP movie. I think that's the most likely thing. I think they will both.
Ow.
Did you jump? Did you get 4 damage?
Yeah, I broke both my legs, but I took a syringe and that healed me.
Ugh. There's a Predator even in this.
Nope, he quit. I told you he quit.
Oh, sorry.
Be careful, fire team. You are drifting apart. Tighten up.
Notice how Dutch says I don't want to see a co-directing situation, not a duo that typically works together. I mean, they know each other and they're friends, so I think it'd be fine. I mean, there's plenty of co-directed films that are good movies.
Russo Brothers and all their Marvel stuff.
Yep, Matrix,
Not the new one, though.
not the new one.
Although I still think the first Matrix was the best Matrix.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously it was, in my opinion.
Although Animatrix was fantastic. Predminator says, I was hoping for a Concrete Jungle remaster and sequel news for its 20th, but sadly that didn't happen. 2025 is a Predator year, no better time to do it. I don't think we could ever expect a remaster or a remake of that one.
Got back my loot today.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, I know Dan co-directed Killer of Killers as well with,
did, yeah.
I believe, the head of that animation studio.
Josh Wasung. Oh my god, Aaron. Trying to get up to the fucking...
I mean, I think it would be a marketing thing, especially if they're doing an AVP. It'd be like, the successful Predator movie director partners up with a successful alien movie director for an AVP, like that would be part of
Yeah.
the sell of the movie.
They need to make it an event. I think.
He's got the Juggalo dreadlocks.
Not that he was there. Not that he gave us a thrilling hunt. Do you want to see if you can get a game in as an alien? As an alien, as a predator?
Sure, but I'll probably get smoked. Or maybe I could just hunt you with some AI.
Go and have a proper, go and have a proper game.
Oh, oops. How do I close party? There we go.
Okay. Let's see if I can get a game as a predator. Let's say I think I need to remake my predator.
I will be the witch. This is gonna end up with me being teabagged on.
But you get to show off cool. I do not have a lot of things unlocked on this version of the game.
Crawling Chaos says, I am on board for an AVP movie with good story and characters. Just please don't name it AVP. Well, what else would they call it? I know, like, the head of the studio, Steve Aspel, also said it wouldn't be called AVP, but, I mean...
Did he say it wouldn't be called? He said some...
I think he said it would happen naturally where it wouldn't just be called AVP, but I didn't know if he meant, like, that would just be a lead-up or what, but... It seemed like he was also kind of not wanting to just go with that name, which I don't know what else you'd call it if you just had like a have the Alien logo, have the Predator logo, and then the title of the movie or something. But
I think you've got to call it Alien versus Predator.
Caleb says AVP is a brand. It'd be hard not to call it that. Yeah, true. Caustic Viper says Alien / Predator Survival of the Fittest. Yeah, I mean they could do like Godzilla X Kong, right? But I don't know. I'm all for AVP. I'm not averse to the name myself.
Me either. It'd be nice to bring it back from being a damaged brand. Caleb
says everyone would still just call it AVP anyway. Ozzy Bandeas 2049 says AXP. Man, that, yeah. I don't know if I could get used to that. The new A Cross P movie.
I think it works for the Godzilla stuff because they are not versing at that point, are they?
I don't know. I personally feel like we've had enough alien films named after ships and stations at this point.
Yeah, I do think it's time for that to stop. Remember that room? Well, no, it wasn't a rumor. They were going to do it. Do you remember they were going to rebrand Prometheus as Alien Prometheus?
No. Yeah, I do remember that actually. That was like in the latter Fox years, right?
Yeah.
Before Covenant. Yeah. I'm sure they were going to, and Ridley was like, "No, you're not." They were like, "Oh, okay. Sorry, Mr. Scott."
We be good.
Caleb says Predator 2 subway train. You still there, Aaron?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just doing my Predator up because there was that whole everybody losing data save stuff, weren't they?
He's doing Predator dress up. I remember this Second Lifestyle game, PlayStation Home, if any of you are old enough to remember that. I'm sure some of you are. But they had the outfits from AVP 2010, so you could just walk around as the alien or the Predator from that game. And so that's what I did.
Why the fuck not? And I forgot some of the stuff that was in this game.
You gotta wait for a Predator match, don't you?
You've been waiting.
Coming up on 5 minutes now. I guess when the game launched, it was like a 10-minute wait typically for Predator match. Dead by Daylight got a new outfit for Ripley. She got a
cat thing.
Jonesy shirt, yeah. So they're still dropping some content for that here and there. The Alien also got a new cosmetic where it's like a, I don't know, like a moth-looking skin.
That looked weird.
Yeah, but it's part of their whole Chrysalis collection, I guess. They have a bunch of different characters that are all moth-themed. Charlie Hutchings, hello to you as well. Hope you are doing well as well.
I'll be, mate.
Caustic Viper says, Alien new host featuring special guest Yacha. No Style Dutch says, a title like Hunter's Moon. I think that might make people think of the first movie too much. Well, hopefully I'll get a Predator match here. It's got to happen sometime, right? But thank you all for joining us on today's stream so far. We'll try and get one more match in at least. Welcome back.
I've finished recreating my Predator. I now have my top knot and
nice.
my very green armor that I did to recreate the Predators in the AVP comic, because that was always the style I had on here.
Nice. I do love the different customization options they have for Predators on here, and I'd like to see that in a new AVP, like the Marine customization we got for Colonial Marines.
Yeah, it was one of the good things about that game, as shallow as they actually were in the game, but you know, it was still a nice bit of modernization at the time. Especially in this day and age of customization in games, you know. Aliens and the Colonial Marines is just fucking perfect for that.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Well,
And to be fair, Fireteam Elite has done it well.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. I'd say that's actually the best Marine customization we've gotten. That was better than Colonial Marines. Well, speaking of customization, I guess while I'm hoping for a match to appear, I can customize some stuff.
Charlie Hutchins asks, what are your hopes and worries for Alien Earth? Caleb says, hope it doesn't suck. How do you feel, Adam?
I am curious just how far Holly's going to take it in terms of just the world, because this is the first time we've really seen Earth in an Alien film, not counting AVP, of course, or the end of a cut of Resurrection, which you don't see much of Earth.
The deleted scene from
point.
Covenant as well.
Yeah, that too. So, I don't know. I am worried about how they're going to portray corporations ruling the world, just because the RPG is so, I guess, well established now in terms of like the different governments and stuff. So if they have no nods to that, we've even seen some of that in the recent comics too. So
that will never matter to the theatrical or the, I guess, live action side.
I mean, in Aliens, they established that there's still governments. They're worried about ICC quarantine and Alien
But we
will
don't know
have the
what
patches.
ICP is
And...
at that point and stuff.
Well,
And
if
Alien,
corporations
it is little
ruled the
Ted
world,
Dressed.
you wouldn't think they'd be worried about, getting
Well,
past
what if it was
quarantine.
what if it was a corporation that had control over the borders, so to speak?
But they're the biggest corporation out there.
Are they?
Yeah, Weyland-Yutani in the Alien universe? I would think so.
Does it establish that in 1 or 2? Really?
I mean, come on, dude. I would say so.
You remember, you're taking a lot of knowledge of the wider lore and later bits into it there. I'm curious though, because I
mean,
know
if-
how much
if-
you're worried about that.
If people
That
refer
particular-
to it as the company, I would assume they're pretty big. And I'm not as worried about it as I know some people are, like Caleb, because, again, I think it's just going to be a crazy wild swing and Hawley's going to do what he's going to do. I just worry if... I mean, he's already kind of alluded to maybe it'll be outside the main continuity.
I've just got a Predator game.
Oh my god, I'm at 10 minutes. I'm just going to cancel and try again.
Osmandius says, kind of weird that Siegson and Hyperdyne weren't even mentioned. I'm not surprised that Siegson isn't, again, because it's EU, and the films will never be beholden to that kind of stuff. But yeah, Hyperdyne, at least, was in Aliens, so that's a little, I think, more disappointing. But I guess they could say Hyperdyne's not that big of a thing.
Nomad
that's fair
Clan,
point.
welcome. Hello to you as well. Doing good.
It's a fair point about it being called the company. But then again, don't we only ever hear the employees refer to it as the company?
Do
Again,
we?
in the film, in Alien and Aliens.
No, because United Systems military refers to it as the company, even after it's supposedly gone.
Okay, can't remember that. I'll take that.
Ozymandias 2049 says, and isn't Walmart technically a thing too, since they buy out Wayu? That was only in the alternate cut of Resurrection. I don't know if you can consider that canon.
That was such a bad fucking... I mean, I get the intent, but it was still so corny. Oh, I'm in a game, but there's only 2 fire team.
Maybe this game hasn't popped off as much as I thought again. How about you, Nomad Clan? How often are you waiting for matches? I know you're a Predator main.
Predator says in the new Mission Impossible film they mentioned the word Sevastopol a few times, made me think of Alien Isolation. It's a port city in fuck. What's the country that Russia invaded?
Ukraine?
Ukraine, yeah. Isn't it a port city in Ukraine? It's a genuine, real thing.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, Crawling Chaos says Sevastopol is a city in real life. Yeah, I think it's Ukraine. Which is why Sevastopol was called Sevastopol, because it's a port city. City. Oh, I've started my game, Adam. I've got into a game before you have.
Nomad Clan says it takes forever. I just play no preference. Ozymandias 2049 says 7 to 9 minutes here for Predator matches, sometimes 2 to 3 though. It says restarting. That's odd. They need to drop a big DLC, big summer Predator Underground surprise, with the Game Preserve planet, all the new Predators. Caleb says playable aliens, new campaign mode, 10 city maps. Yep, agreed.
Give me some river ghosts.
Preserve Planet seems like it would be like such a cool extra thing they could do, because just use the jungle assets and throw some planetary bodies in the sky. Change the mode,
Yeah.
like get to the ship that takes you back to Earth or something. I don't know. Nomad Clan says, myself and Shay, artists making comic and talks telephonic, of hoping they bring the Preds from Killer of Killers in the game with their unique weapons. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with that. Maybe not the big chonker one, because he doesn't have any wrist blades and he has that big kind of arm hammer thing, so I don't know if they could really implement that with the current builds and stuff, but I would expect we'll probably see some new Predators from either that or Badlands in this game.
It would be reasonable. It would be logical.
How's your game going? You kill them all yet?
I've killed some AI, so you know. Trying to get to them.
Man. Killum says, yeah, I'm sure the missing hand is why we won't see Big Chungus as a new Pred. Is that his name now, Big Chungus?
Seems reasonable to me.
Nomad Clan says, at least the Samurai Yokai one. How do you like the names given to Yachas, by the way? So what are the names? There's Big Chungus, and what are the other two? Oh, that's right. I saw someone mentioned Gunnar, I guess, is the Viking Predator. So that's Big Chungus.
It's a very interesting take, the Hulk thing, and I think I'm used to it now.
Thanks to the Predator.
I never hated the Predator as just a big boy. I don't think I've combined this very well.
I guess Yokai is the Samurai Pred, and Baron like the Red Baron for World War II.
That makes sense.
I don't know if I'm going to get a match here. Nomad Clan, thanks for dropping in at Disney. You're at one of the Disney parks? Another 10 minutes. Well, thanks for waiting, folks. Sorry if this hasn't been super exciting here. I might just have to do a regular match or something.
Yeah, I'm about to die anyway, so we
Okay.
can do one last regular.
Yeah. Caleb says, please stay on the line. Your hunt is important to us.
Okay, I'm just leaving now, buddy. Go on, send me a friend invite and let's try and have one last game.
Okay.
Accept the invite. Oh god, yeah. Chris is not very well.
The Feral Predator. I do think the Feral looks really cool with this, where is it? With like a totally white skin. Yeah. Or totally black skin.
I always liked the red tones to him, though. I think it's interesting that the samurai predator is embracing the feral look.
Guerrilla forces have been procuring materials for what we now believe is a high.
I'm curious to see how well that comes off.
If technical has this right, the bomb would kill everything in its blast radius while poisoning the soil so that nothing
Sorry,
would
what again?
The motives behind the bomb
The samurai predator's embracing the feral look in
Oh
Killer.
yeah, it is kind of similar.
orders that have find the bomb and neutralize it.
Charlie Hutchings asks, when do you think we'll hear more about the Alien Isolation sequel? Probably, maybe the first teaser at this year's Game Awards in December, but I think even that might be a bit soon. I think maybe next year.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to hear anything about Isolation 2 for a while.
Prepminator says, is anyone excited for Jaws 50th anniversary re-release this August? Going to be sick. Yeah, I've never seen that in theaters, so I will definitely be seeing that. And hopefully I'll get the popcorn bucket.
Ugh, another night game. I swear to God, that's mostly what we've played today. I keep getting lost in the fucking night ones. Is there a flashlight on it?
There's night vision goggles.
What's that? NOV.
It's, and yeah.
Hostiles have been confirmed in the area. Alert all camps and keep your comms open. Expect more resistance. They know you're here now. The bomb should be here somewhere.
Predminator wants to see some more action in Isolation 2. How do you feel about that?
I could see it. I mean, Resident Evil is a series that, where within the games you typically start off as more slow-paced horror, and then as your character gets more powerful, it becomes a bit more action-heavy. I could see that in an Isolation sequel. So, but that's
I
the
would
big
not like
question,
it.
right? Like, are you going to be able to kill them this time?
No, I don't want to.
Have equipment on site for an
I wouldn't like that. I'd like to very much keep it in line with, you know, that Isolation vibe. If I wanted to, I mean, there's plenty of other different alien play if I'd up it to be a little bit more gun-ho-y. Like, you know, I could play Rogue Incursion.
Yeah.
I still need to finish the meta version of that.
Is Long claiming me in front of one of the hangars?
Yeah. There's another minute and a bit before reinforcements.
think they tried to detonate the bomb. So you got in
I'd like to find the time to replay Dark Descent again. I've played that through twice, I think, and I just fucking had such fun with that game.
Yeah, I need to play that again already.
I genuinely think that's Aliens to Isolation. You know, I just think it so perfectly encapsulates the vibe and feel of that film.
Yeah.
Even if it's not quite the gameplay style that you'd expect.
It has the balance of horror and action that Aliens actually has. Because I think Aliens too often is just pinned as action when it's more like Predator. It's more of a genre bender.
And I think it does the way I think it does a really good job at feeling like Alien. That every encounter is like a knife edge balance between everything getting fucked up
And having like
working
total
out.
control of the situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
My limit today.
God, that game was so good.
Predminator says, I hope that Alien Isolation 2 is like Rogue Incursion with guns blazing aspect to it.
That's what
Horror
we just
action
said.
game. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, there's the thing. Is he going for it?
Analysis confirms technical suspicion. Fortunately, they've got a grocery list.
Find the fridge.
Look for a fridge.
That is a hugely Predator thematic objective. Ready for some news on Rogue Incursion 2, to be fair.
Yeah, but I think we'll probably get that next year.
Yeah, we're not going to hear anything about that for a while now, I don't think. Not with the
Should only take a few
the non-VR version coming out. That Predator's being quiet. Then a pig just came wandering into the... Has he actually triggered the reinforcements?
I don't think so.
Can you not see that on your screen?
No. Oh, let me see. Oh, no, he is. He's, well,
Okay.
wait, no, he's not. He's just next to it.
Now defuse the bombs attached to the barrel.
Is he just waiting for the rest of us to die?
We've got
Maybe.
Sanders down. Requesting reinforcements.
Okay, now he's requesting reinforcements.
Okay, placing the last bomb. Tempted to. What are you being a dick for? There we go.
Perfect. Nice work, fire team. Bomb is neutralized and you are green for extraction.
Got to the chopper.
We can do it. I believe in us.
How do I do my voice lines? What is it?
Can't remember what taunt is.
Oh, it's control.
We need to get out of here. Let's get to the
Okay, I'm nearly to the point.
exfil location.
I think Morgan's gonna beat me though.
Formation. Let's get to the exfil point. Get to the chopper.
Somebody's playing Predator. Somebody's playing Arnie.
I'm out. Reloading.
Deploying audio decoy. Reinforcements are on the way. No. Choke on me.
Oh. They sure made it misty and spooky over there. Have
Are
to-
you farming locations for photo shoots?
Yeah, that's new. Uh-oh.
I got it.
Get to the chopper.
Easy as hot. Make it quick.
I'm out of here.
Oh,
Adam's not.
I am.
Oh, okay, you made it. You made it.
Arnold stayed behind and took it out.
Oh, is he going? Is he going? No. That predator hasn't triggered the self-destruct yet. What's he doing?
Accepted its fate. It accepted its fate. Predminator, thank you for joining us. Have a good rest of your day.
You. Oh. Predators left naturally. Oh, this is thrilling. Should we say our goodbyes?
Yes. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you all have a good rest of your Sundays.
And as I mentioned earlier, we'll be posting our next podcast episode tomorrow. It will be evening BST, midday PST. So keep an eye out for that one.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeedy.
That's it, as far as I can think to say. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. It's always a pleasure. And see you next time.
Yep. Take care, everybody. Later.